It can truly be perplexing when a narcissist gets into a relationship with somebody and it actually seems to work. It seems to flourish and even thrive, despite the fact that you know how this person is and how they behave, and no relationship that they ever get into should work. And the fact can really hurt a person. It can be difficult to see a person who has manipulated, lied, cheated, did whatever they did to you, move on to a new source of supply, and the relationship actually appears to be quite successful. A lot of survivors get wild ideas that since the only thing different or missing is them, that they were the issue. So I want to put all those thoughts to rest and let you know that couldn't be further from the truth. This video is going to tell you why the narcissist's new supply, new relationship is going so well. Number one, you are believing the social media bullshit. If you're getting your information from posts and photos on social media, you literally have no evidence to go on as to how the relationship really works or how it's really being maintained. I'm pretty sure it's been proven by now that like 90% of the crap posted on social media is either done to shove something in another person's face, to humble brag, moan and complain about something, or cry for attention. Did you know that there are some narcissists who monitor their partner's social media? You ever see a post and then it disappears and you can't figure out what happened? You don't think that this person's been warned to take something down or post something up, respectively? Some narcs even refuse to allow their partners to post things that they haven't okayed first. There are some victims that aren't allowed to post anything negative or that might make them look like a victim. Or, of course, they're not allowed to post anything that might make the narc look bad. In some cases, the narcissist is completely running the profiles and the social media. To make another point, we can all say and do and be anybody online. I can post a video of me walking around at a Ferrari dealership, and I could probably even convince one of the employees that I'm some kind of influencer. And here, let me make a TikTok video and you hand me a set of keys for the laughs. Rest assured, there's no Ferrari, there's no nothing. You can see photos, for example, of them together and say, well, Jess, look, there's pictures, there's proof. Look how happy they are. You can see all this. Sure, they all look very happy and everything looks great. You know what you don't see in those pictures? Let's talk about what you don't see. Number two, you can't see what's happening behind closed doors. What you don't see is they fight for half an hour, like 10 minutes after they snap that picture where they're oh so lovey-dovey. You might say, but oh, look, I have proof. They went on a trip together. Oh, yeah, that's so cute. Yeah, how many times did the narc probably ruin and suck the fun out of every single ounce of that trip? 95% or more of narcissistic abuse actually takes place behind closed doors. And this happens for several reasons. Narcs need to preserve their reputation. Furthermore, hiding all of it helps to make you look crazy, and then no one believes you. Social media is another line of defense thrown in to convince you that all is well in the world. You don't know what's happening behind the curtain. Except when you think about it, you actually really do know, survivor, believe it or not, because you probably know this person pretty well. What they did to you, they're going to do to the next person as well. Why would they change? Number three, the relationship is working because it's a cycle. A cycle is always going to cycle. That's literally what it does. Love bomb, devalue, and discard. That is the cycle of narcissistic abuse. Actually, it's kind of more like love bomb, devalue, love bomb, devalue, love bomb, devalue, discard, hoover, love bomb, devalue. But who's counting, right? We kind of know how all of this works. I'm sure that you do. A cycle is always going to work. That's what it does. A narcissist is always going to work and do what it does. Remember like the Lion King, the circle of life thing, and it's always going to keep going. This is what's going to happen. So the relationship isn't working. The cycle is in full swing. The narc is in full swing. And those are always going to continue to work, not the relationship. Number four, you're actually dealing with two people completely ruled by fear. Sometimes things that you see working, just like the whole cycle analogy, it's still not working. It's being held together by tape and staples, hopes and dreams. And in cases like this, a lot of fear. Narcs are afraid to be alone. We know this. They will stay clinging to people that they don't really want to, but it's better than that whole nothing alternative. They don't want to do that. Along the same lines, a lot of victims will stay despite the abuse, and their own codependency issues are going to cause them to not want to be alone, to not want to have to start over, to not want to lose what they have, so on and so forth. So you have potentially two people that have a fear of change, a fear of abandonment, a fear of rejection, fear of failure, being alone, and so on. It's going to cause two people sometimes who might both not be very into it to try desperately to keep up the appearances and try to keep things going. Number 5, shame, stubbornness, and winning. So there are a lot of times when the new supply that a narcissist has will stay with the narc out of shame. They might have maybe reached out to you or the last person the narcissist was with. And what I'm trying to say here is the new supply might have made an ass of themselves. Maybe they fought for the narcissist and they fought hard and they stuck their neck out for the narc. And now they kind of have to look happy with the prize they won, despite the fact that they're not happy at all. Sometimes they even need to convince themselves, no, this is what I wanted. I'm totally right. I fought for this and this doesn't suck. I'm going to fix it. Remember, the narcissist lured this person into a new relationship. So sometimes the new supply can have that very deranged way of thinking where they think they're going to fix the narc. Well, yeah, of course the relationship sucks. They think the narc has been abused and been through all this torment, and it's up to them to try to fix it. And this can also tie into stubbornness, where again, the supply knows that they got a raw deal, but they don't want to look like they've made a wrong, very stupid decision. And keep in mind, again, they have fought for the narc a lot of the times. They've stood up for them, and they have to make it look like, well, no, this is what I wanted. This also ties into winning. Think about it, survivor. Now they're stuck with this. They're stuck with this miserable, bitching, whining, crying, complaining, begging pile of whatever, and now they have to act like they like it. Remember that haircut that you got and you looked in the mirror and you went, oh my God, what has happened to me? But you got to act like you love it. It's great. And that's what you asked for. Or the dog that tears up your house and you have to lie. And no, I totally trained him to do that. Not all dogs will do that, but mine will. That's pretty much what happens in a lot of cases with narcs. People know that they're stuck with somebody who behaves like this, but they don't want to risk looking foolish or like they went from the frying pan into the fire because it can be very embarrassing. Just because the relationship can go on for a long time, though, does not mean it's truly a success. Time is not happiness. Time never equals happiness. 10 years will never be better than 5 years if it all feels very abusive and painful, manipulative, and wrong. Sometimes the rebound, it goes on for a while. And if you find yourself asking why, well, here are some of the reasons. And as you can see, none of them are good. So did I miss any reasons? If I did, tell me down in the comments. Thanks for listening. Subscribe for more videos about narcissism. Have a great day, survivor, and take care of yourself.